What is an energy vampire? Energy vampires are individuals who drain the energy of others around them, leaving them feeling exhausted, depleted, and unwell. They are often characterized by their tendency to take more than they give in social interactions, leaving those around them feeling emotionally and physically drained. Energy vampires can be found in many different contexts, from personal relationships to professional environments, and their impact can be significant and long-lasting. Energy vampires come in many different shapes and sizes, but some of the most common traits include being self-centered, negative, and demanding. They may be highly critical of others, often complaining and finding fault with the people around them. They may also be highly sensitive and easily offended, reacting strongly to perceived slights or criticisms. They may be highly competitive and driven, constantly pushing themselves and others to do better, but in a way that feels draining and exhausting rather than motivating and inspiring. One of the key ways that energy vampires drain the energy of others is through their constant need for attention and validation. They may be highly demanding of others' time and attention, always seeking out interactions and conversations even when others are not in the mood. They may also be highly dependent on others for emotional support, often expecting others to listen to their problems and offer advice or reassurance. This can be draining for those around them, who may feel like they are constantly being asked to give more than they are able to. Another common trait of energy vampires is their tendency to be highly negative and pessimistic. They may focus on the negative aspects of a situation, dwelling on problems and setbacks rather than looking for solutions. They may also be highly critical of others, constantly finding fault with those around them and pointing out flaws and weaknesses. This can be demoralizing for those around them, who may feel like they are constantly under attack. Energy vampires can also be highly manipulative and controlling, using guilt, shame, and other tactics to get others to do what they want. They may be highly skilled at reading others' emotions and using this knowledge to their advantage, knowing just how to push someone's buttons to get what they want. They may also be highly resistant to feedback or criticism, dismissing the opinions of others and insisting that they are always right. The impact of energy vampires can be significant, both in terms of individual relationships and larger social dynamics. In personal relationships, energy vampires can leave their partners feeling drained and unappreciated, leading to feelings of resentment and dissatisfaction. In the workplace, energy vampires can create a toxic environment, leaving others feeling demoralized and unmotivated. They may also be highly disruptive to team dynamics, creating conflicts and tension that can be difficult to resolve. One of the key challenges of dealing with energy vampires is that their behavior can be highly ingrained and difficult to change. They may be unaware of the impact that they are having on others, or they may be resistant to feedback or criticism. However, there are some strategies that can be effective in dealing with energy vampires, both for individuals and for larger groups. One effective strategy for dealing with energy vampires is to set clear boundaries and communicate them clearly. This may involve setting limits on the amount of time and attention that you are willing to give, or establishing guidelines for how you will respond to certain types of behavior. It may also involve being clear about your own needs and expectations, and asserting yourself when necessary to ensure that these are met. Another effective strategy for dealing with energy vampires is to practice self-care and prioritize your own well-being. This may involve taking time for yourself to recharge and replenish your energy, or seeking out support from others who can provide emotional and practical support. It may also involve cultivating positive relationships with others who can provide a source of positivity and encouragement. Ultimately, dealing with energy vampires requires a combination of strategies that focus on both setting boundaries and taking care of oneself. It is important to recognize that energy vampires are not necessarily bad people, but rather individuals who may be struggling with their own issues and emotions. By understanding this, it may be possible to approach them with empathy and compassion, while also being firm in setting boundaries and protecting one's own well-being. In larger social contexts, dealing with energy vampires may require a collective effort to create a more positive and supportive environment. This may involve establishing clear norms and expectations for behavior, or providing opportunities for individuals to build positive relationships and support networks. It may also involve addressing systemic issues that may be contributing to negative dynamics, such as workplace culture or organizational policies. In conclusion, energy vampires are individuals who drain the energy of those around them, leaving them feeling exhausted, depleted, and unwell. They can be found in many different contexts, and their impact can be significant and long-lasting. Dealing with energy vampires requires a combination of strategies that focus on setting boundaries, taking care of oneself, and creating a more positive and supportive environment. By doing so, it is possible to mitigate the negative effects of energy vampires and build healthier, more positive relationships and communities.